All right, so a very big important part of my coaching is running. And running a mile is like the gold standard. You need to know what time you can do on a mile. I want to show you the perfect protocol to get you ready before you're going to run and to optimize the time you will get. So you want to do a 3-minute warm-up, progressively accelerating to reach about your average speed during the race. This is going to elevate your heart rate and get your legs ready with the blood flow going in them. Then you're going to do 3 to 5 minutes of stretching. So once you do the 3 minutes run, you stop, you cool down, and then here is the protocol I want to show you. So you will put one foot here on the platform, the other one across there. You want your toes to be pointing in the same direction so you can square your hips. You need to catch your foot with your opposite hand and do some dynamic stretching movements. If you only hold the position and do passive stretch, it's not the best way to get ready for a good performance. So, dynamic stretching. You can do about 10-15 seconds on each leg. Do same thing on the other side, always opposite hand. If you go like this, it's very easy. If you square and go with your opposite hand, you also stretch the whole diagonal in your back. Then you come a little bit closer. You go on tippy toes on your back foot, and then you put your foot like this with your knee up. From here, your goal is to reduce the angle between your ankle and your pelvis. So you want to go back and forth like this. Being able to lift your knee very high will help you have a much bigger stride when you run. The goal is to really open up your mobility around your pelvis and have all of your muscles elastic and a good range of motion. Then you put your knee to the side. You keep about a foot and a half between your pelvis and your foot, and then you try to put your head near your foot. This is going to stretch your glutes. You can also push on your knee down. It feels really good in the hip. Now you go same thing on the other side. So first, with your knee up, then knee to the side, and you lean forward. And then you push on your knee down, like a basketball, as if you dribble. Okay, the next one is going to be to stretch your quads. You put your foot on the bar behind you, and then you point your knee down by bending your opposite leg. You're going to feel a great stretch right here. You can also do it here with your hands, but don't hold just like this. You need to pull your knee back, your shoulder back, and your pelvis forward. So that is the real way to stretch your quads and the deep muscles inside of your body that are inserting into your pelvis. So go like this. Go back for the other leg. First like this, you bend your leg. And then here, pelvis forward, knee and shoulder back. Okay, next is going to be deep squat. You go like this, and you're going to open and close. Open and close your legs. Then you will touch your toes. This is one of the main stretching for the human body. This is very important to be able to touch your toes. If you cannot, just touch right here. Then you can bend your legs and you extend. You push your knees back and tuck your shin down. That way you can stretch your cervicals as well. Go like this. Next thing is going to be lunge stretch. This is a very important one. You go in a lunge position, you square your hips, you put your hand behind your head and your elbow up. From there, you need to push your pelvis forward without compromising the position. So don't lean forward like this. If you do this, you take off all the tension. Stay right there, your shoulders back, and you go as far forward as you can. That will stretch the upper part of your quads and your psoas. Psoas are deep muscles that connect the head of your femur inside of your lumbar vertebrae. And if it's too tight, it's going to pull your vertebrae forward, arch your back, and give you back pain. So then you do the other side, go in a lunge position, put your knee on the floor, your right hand behind your head, and you go like this, back and forth. And now to finish, just the calves. You put your foot on this part of the treadmill and you lean forward. Try to keep your heel down. And you see I keep moving back and forth to get some dynamic stretching. Then you're going to bend your knee slightly and you're going to feel the shift from your calf going down to your Achilles tendon. So when you bend your knee, you can lift your heel up a little bit. And you're stretching the Achilles tendons. And then to finish, you put your knee and your shins parallel to the floor and you're stretching your toes, your plantar fascia. The fascia under your feet. Something there. Leg straight, then you bend your knee a little bit for your Achilles tendons. Move around left and right, and then you finish for your toes and the plantar fascia. Okay, now you're ready for your run. Start at a good speed. For example, start around 6 and finish around 7.5 if it's the kind of numbers you do. Don't start at 6 to finish at 9. That would be too much of this discrepancy. Try to stay tight in those numbers. Pay attention to what's the final number you get once you hit a mile and once you press the stop button, because you need to know exactly at the second what time you get. So that way you can track over the months if you're improving, if your time is going down. It's very important. I want your time to go down, your body weight to go down at the same time, and your strength on the bench press, for example, to be going up.